Wolfie, you're muted.
There we go. I'm unmuted now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm the Wolfman, joined by or Golden Wolf, shall I say today, joined by my esteemed panel of awards fans today, and we are going to be basically doing a bonus episode for you guys. So I know it's like a week-to-week show that we do, but I was like, since the Golden Globes are happening, or the nominations for the Golden Globes are happening this Monday, and yes, we will be up buck-ass early in the morning, giving you guys our reactions for when it happens, and I'm excited for that. But today, we're here to go into every single category. We're going to break down all the categories. There's 6 in every category, and we're going to go through just each of us having a turn, predicting the 6 of each category. And if I remember correctly, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're not going to do TV, right?
No, just movies.
Yeah.
14, 15. There's 15 categories. So we're going to run through all 15. And yeah, we're not doing TV just because while I do love TV and I have watched TV, I don't think I've seen enough TV to warrant predictions. Like I feel like once the Globes come out, maybe we'll talk about some of the TV stuff, because then like talking about it, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This show got in, this show got in, but like I don't feel like I've seen enough to actually predict, if that makes sense. So but I have seen a lot of the movies here to predict, and so I'm really excited to break this down. So yeah, we'll just go in order. We'll start with the category, since we all like to have a little cheer in our lives and such. Let's start off with Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. So, ha ha ha, laughing.
Yeah.
We are going to start with Ross and then work our way down, and then just go in a different pattern each time. So, Ross, what are your 6 for Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy?
Okay, I've got and I don't know. I didn't look up like which one's qualifying, which one's not, because then I got Anora, A Real Pain, Emilia Perez, Saturday Night, Wicked, and then I'm gonna throw you a surprise one because they love celebrities. Deadpool and Wolverine. That's a very, very Globesy type pick.
I do want to say, so I should have started off with this and preface this, is that like the Globes have been, honestly, they've been kind of banger these last 2 years, not gonna lie, because the Globes have become, they are no longer the HFPA that nominates fucking music for Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. No, they're the kinds that are nominating like Joaquin Phoenix for Beau is Afraid, or like Andrew Scott for All of Us Strangers. Like they're a lot more of your critics, I guess, now. Like they're like a critics group of voters, from what I've heard. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. I do have some HFPA type of picks, but overall they're pretty much in line with the new Globes. What about you, Dan? What's your 6?
Well, I got 5 of the same ones Ross got, but I know it's kind of a drama, but I have a feeling, because this is a like a non-American group, maybe they would be more, maybe they would go for Better Man instead of Deadpool and Wolverine. And it's about, Robbie Williams. He's a he didn't really make it over here in the States, but he was more of a European world kind of guy. England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, that area. Maybe Better Man would translate to that category better than Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know. Or a complete unknown. I don't know. But I'm just going to go with Better Man and the exact same 5 that Ross had.
Nice. Yeah, I will say that Better Man, I think, definitely can translate super well when it comes to possibly getting a Best Original Song nomination at the Globes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that that would play in Better Man's favor. So, what are you, Brian? What are your
Well, yeah, for me, I didn't have a normal prediction because I haven't seen it yet. It's a blind spot for me. But for my predictions, I have Wicked, A Real Pain, Saturday Night. I had Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice could be a surprise nomination there. Deadpool, Wolverine, and possibly Challengers could show up in musical comedy, best more drama.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was like, why are y'all campaigning that for musical or comedy? Like, where's the comedy in it?
It's like,
Just
for
like
example, The Martian for 2015, that was musical comedy.
Maybe they're
Right.
saying that the score and the music is so like intrinsic in the story where it like you see the tennis going back and forth and then it like transitions into the score and into the music, and they're saying that there's a lot of the music is like a big key to the overall aesthetic of the movie. I don't know, I'm just speculating on that.
No, you very well could be right that like they're trying to, that maybe it could be something like, I think Baby Driver was nominated. I mean, yeah, that was comedy, but I think also they treated it almost like it was a musical because of the way that they,
For the music, yes.
like the music and the way that it played out in that film.
So that the substance gets in, because that's a satire that will qualify as a comedy for me.
Yeah, that is so that is interesting you should mention that, because my 6 for Best Picture Musical or Comedy, I have Wicked, Anora, A Real Pain, Amelia Perez, The Substance, and then I kept on flip-flopping back and forth between the two of them. I'm like, ask me tomorrow and I could switch it back to Challengers, but as of now, I have, just to be different, because I want to be different from all y'all and play that kind of game, I have A Different Man at number 6, because that one has been, showing up at like the Gotham. It won the Best Picture at the Gothams, and it's been showing up. It's been showing up at like some other kinds of award shows. I think Sebastian Stan, the minor spoiler, I think he has a chance in comedy musical actor, and then I feel like A Different Man could have a chance in Best Picture Musical or Comedy. What do you guys think about that in there?
Yeah,
Could
no,
be
Different Man.
interesting.
Different
Could be a
Man is a
wild
good
card.
movie. I don't see it as a comedy, but I don't know. I see it more as a drama to me. But I mean, what do I know? You know what I mean?
What's funny is it's like the two movies that Sebastian Stan's in that they like have actually
Scene.
like they switched off the categories, I felt, because instead of The Apprentice being in comedy, it's in drama.
It is though.
And
It's a drama.
oh,
Yeah.
It's a biopic.
from what I haven't seen
It's
it
a
yet,
biopic,
but the
it's
trailer,
a very serious biopic. It's a very
the trailer made it look like
no,
Vice,
that is a
Vice
serious story about how
Donald
that
Trump.
man became the man we know today,
Yeah.
and who the apprentice was, where the phrase "the apprentice" comes from, and how the apprentice played into the whole story of his life. Apprenticeship, I should say.
Yeah.
It's very serious. There's no joking around in there. There's no comedy in there.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna be seeing it for the Independent Spirit Awards happen, but I'm glad to hear though that it is actually a drama, because I feel like I think that that's better actually than to do a straight to do a straight comedy about Trump or something. So
it is that ain't a Alec Baldwin SNL skit. It's serious acting from Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong as Roy Cohn. Serious, and
nice.
Bakalova as the wife.
Melania.
Yeah.
And
There's no
Mark
joking
Donovan, I
around.
believe, as well.
Whoever said that, whoever's saying that kind of stuff, well, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's a serious movie.
Okay, cool. I'm glad.
Probably
I'm glad to hear that.
add you to tell me a comedy. That's why.
Yeah, I guess I was just thrown off by the trailer, and from some people I've heard say that there was funny elements in it. I don't know what elements they were talking about, but there are some people who said that. But
There's no funny elements in it.
yeah, so I don't know.
Trust me, when you know what this man became,
Yeah,
you ain't gonna be laughing at the end of this thing.
No, and then if you know who that Roy Cohn is, you ain't laughing at him.
Exactly.
Mike,
Thank you.
Mike,
Oh,
have
yeah.
you ever heard of the McCarthy blacklisting, right? He was the attorney for McCarthy on the blacklisting that caused Dalton Trumbo to be out of Hollywood.
Bingo. Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. And he was the lawyer of gangsters in the 80s and 70s. There's no joking around. That movie, there's no comedy involved in The Apprentice at all. I don't know who the heck ever said that crap. There's more comedy in a different man, and that's a serious movie too. But there's more comedy in that.
It's honestly probably some right wingers that I know that probably said that, but I don't want to get too political there. But we can move on to best actress in a musical or comedy. So Dan, what are your 6 for best actress musical or comedy?
Well, I think you got. I mean, and look, I don't want to get into an argument here, and this doesn't have to go very long. Selena, Zoe Saldana is the lead of this movie. The fact of the matter is, the name of the movie is called Amelia Perez, and so Netflix is campaigning Carlos Sofia Gascon in the lead instead of Zoe Saldana. I'm not going to argue with them. They're very good with their campaigning. Netflix is. It has no problem. I don't have any issues with this at all. If that's who they're campaigning, then so be it. I got Carlos Sofia Gascon in there instead of Zoe Saldana, unless sometimes now I will say this, not to get off on a tangent, the Academy will switch. If they think someone should be in a specific category, that happened with Judas and the Black Messiah a couple of years ago. They put Lakeith Stanfield in lead and Daniel Kaluuya in supporting, because that's how they felt. So the Academy can do that, but a lot of times these other award shows, they just like these. They got 2 categories. A lot of these are comedy and musical, and then they have drama. So why not just put whoever they feel like in whatever they feel like? It's 12. They're basically doing 12 actresses basically, and so I'm going to do Carlos Sofia Gascon from Amelia Perez, and then I'm also going to do Cynthia Erivo from Wicked. I'm going to do Mikey Madison from Anora. I'll go with Zendaya from Challengers. Comedy. Now I got 2 more to go here. Comedy or musical?
Yeah.
I got 2 more to go. Oh man. I'll do Tilda Swinton in The Room Next Door. I don't know if that's a comedy or musical, but I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of who else I could go with. Night Bitch. Amy Adams, maybe? I don't know. Honestly, yeah. I don't know what Night Bitch is categorized under, but whatever. It's kind of a funny movie in some senses.
Yeah. It's from what I've seen of it, the clips and the trailers that I've seen, I haven't seen the movie yet, but it looks like a comedy.
Dan, just to let you know though, Lakeith Stanfield was actually campaigning lead, and they put him in supporting along with Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. I forgot.
Yeah. It was one of those weird things where it was like, whoa, why are they both in supporting? Like people were.
That what it was. Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember what the deal was, but the Academy can do whatever they want. It's these other groups that do goofy things sometimes. Like
maybe the Academy should have listened and not nominated Lily Gladstone in lead.
Exactly.
And that could have.
She would have won an Oscar, I think.
Yeah,
Same thing. Michelle Williams should have won. She would have probably won an Oscar.
Exactly. It's a disappointment, but Brian, who you got?
And I also have Carlos Sofia Gasson for Amelia Perez, Zendaya for Challengers, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Mikey Madison. Julius Scribb could be a surprise nomination for Thelma.
Good point.
Yeah, and my last one possibly Demi Moore, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, and that's 6, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's 6. Yeah. So my 6 are my number 1 right now. To win it is Mikey Madison, and then I have Cynthia Erivo, Carlos Sofia Gascon, Demi Moore, Zendaya for Challengers, and then last place. Dan probably has a point that it's gonna he's probably the most right when it comes to Amy Adams and Night Bitch, but I am hope dicting, and I'm gonna put a hope dict in. And sometimes when you hope dict, stuff can happen, and they can actually go with it. And I am trying to make this happen. I am calling out for the Golden Globe gods or whatever to make this happen, to put June Squibb and Thelma. That is just, I want to see that.
Yes.
I want to see that.
That'd be fantastic.
She's so great in that movie. I love it. So
deserves some love. She's a great character actress.
Absolutely, and she's a legend in the business. So
yes.
I would just love to see her.
Yeah, I love June Squibb, and plus, you like Jordan, our friend, was actually asking me, "Do you have any movies that you think that I would like from that are older?" And I said, "One I'm watching you would not like, and that's The Age of Innocence. She's in it, but."
Oh yeah,
she's also in Nebraska, I believe, as well. For
she's great in Nebraska. I think she was nominated for an Oscar for Nebraska.
Yep. Yeah, she was. Yeah, I loved her in Nebraska, and then in Thelma, she showed she still got it by doing her own stunts.
I didn't realize she was in The Age of Innocence, though, Ross.
Yeah, she has a small part, but still. But Jordan asked me, "Well, is it a Jordan movie?" And I said, "1870s people's in room talking." He's like, "No thanks."
No.
What a slog! When people talk to me that Martin Scorsese can do no wrong, I say, go watch Age of Innocence. Go watch the Last Temptation of Christ. Those are movies that aren't good.
And Boxcar Bertha, come on.
Oh wait, no.
What's the one in 1984?
He did. The worst one though. New York.
Oh, that's not good.
Is that musical or something?
Well, it's music being played by Liza Minnelli, and Robert De Niro plays the sax, but it's not good. It's not good, Brian.
No,
he's got some bad movies in his filmography. Marty does.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like Steven Spielberg has.
Yeah, my 6 though are basically all your guys. Okay, I've got Cynthia Erivo, Mikey Madison, Carlos Sia, Gascon. I think June Squibb would actually sneak in, Amy Adams, and then Zendaya and Challengers.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid 6 there. And going on to now actor, musical, or comedy, I'm curious to see, because I know this one for me, this is such an odd category, because I honestly feel like there's only about one name here I could see even being an Oscar nominee at the end of the day. Everything is it's so gonna be people who are not even in contention for the Oscar kind of deal. It's gonna be really wild, and so this is a crazy category. But I'm curious what you guys have. So who do you have, Brian?
I have Jesse Eisenberg for Real Pain, Gabriel LaBelle for Saturday Night, Glenn Powell for Hitman, Isaac Wang for Dee. He could show up there for a big surprise. Okay. Yeah, the last two be interesting. Mark Keaton for Beetlejuice, and Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah. Not a bad.
Good job, Brian, on that. That's pretty good. Actually.
Yeah. That's not a bad pick. Some of them, I'm I do definitely respect those decisions. I think a lot of those are definitely going to happen. I have a lot of those on my list, but at the same time, I'm man, I feel like Ryan Reynolds would be such an HFPA pick, and this isn't the HFPA anymore. So it's like
I remember they did the Tourist with
but that was
Angie.
back.
Hold on a
That was
second.
back when they were the HFPA, but and they're no
Yeah.
And
longer.
then Ricky Gervais,
They're no longer the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. They're like a group of these like critics that, like, they're like the Gothams now, or like the stuff like or stuff like that, where there's like these critic journalists who are voting on this kind of stuff. So it's very different than what it used to be. But that leads me to my 6, which I have out front at number 1. He's been campaigning. He's been everywhere. This guy is interviewing several places. I have Glenn Powell for Hitman. And then I've got Jesse Eisenberg for Real Pain, Gabriel LaBelle for Saturday Night. I unfortunately think this is going to be Saturday Night's only Oscar, or only Globe, I mean. Its only Globe nomination, I think, is going to be Gabriel LaBelle. Then we have Michael Keaton for Beetlejuice. I just think the love for him is there. And then Sebastian Stan for A Different Man, like I mentioned. I think he's going to be a double nominee. So that would be kind of cool if that happens there. And then my last place spot, I was bouncing back and forth. I was like, oh, well, it could be Jesse Plemons in Kinds of Kindness, or it could be one of the Challengers people, but I instead decided to go with Hugh Grant in Heretic. So it's kind of I know that's a horror movie, but Hugh Grant is fantastic in it. And a lot of people have been like saying this is like the best he's been in years. So it's definitely the one I'm considering. And I put that as number 6.
Chalamet competing in drama then?
What should yeah, I should have mentioned that. Complete Unknown is competing in drama, which is one that it's doing like the Elvis kind of route where it's competing in drama. Even though he does sing like 40 songs, I heard, it's still competing in drama. So
a lot of songs.
Because can we all agree though, if he was competing in this category, Runaway. Completely Runaway. Runaway.
Runaway. He wins this all day long, twice on Sunday.
It makes me think maybe they should have done music horror comedy, because then this would have boosted his chances at winning the Oscar, at him winning this category, because now it's going to be a lot harder for him to win, I feel, the Globe in drama, just because of the competition there.
Yeah, a lot of competition in drama actor.
Oh, yeah. So what about you, Ross? What are your 6 for?
Okay, I've got Glenn Powell, Gabriel LaBelle, Michael Keaton, or Ryan Reynolds. Let's see. There's this weak category, Just throwing up there. I don't know. I can only think of 5, and it's 5. My 5 gonna be the surprise. I'm actually gonna go with in that movie that should have been subtitled throughout the whole damn movie. That's Kingsley Ben-Adir in One Love.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, that should have been a drama, though. Don't you think that should be One Love is a drama? But
yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I was laughing because I couldn't understand them.
I understood every word he said. I don't know how you. I mean, I don't know. I understood him.
I mean, Ross, you made Zach Sheldon happy because he loves One Love.
I think that's more of a SAG pick for me. I think that like SAG would actually go with something like Kingsley Ben-Adir, because SAG does some out there stuff sometimes. So I think that's more of a SAG kind of pick. But I agree
with that, because I remember I was salary nominated for best actor for SAG for Hustle. Yeah.
So and Lupita Nyong'o was nominated for Us, and Emily Blunt for A Quiet Place. She won for A Quiet Place. So like they do some interesting stuff like that sometimes. What about you, Dan? Who do you have for actor, music, horror, comedy?
Yeah, I mean, you basically stole my surprise pick there, Wolfman. I was going to go with Hugh Grant. Good job on that, man. But I mean, you guys are. I mean, basically set Jesse Eisenberg, Glenn Powell. I mean, these guys. If somebody's playing somebody in a mocap outfit, would that count? Like if the guy that plays Robbie Robertson or Robbie Williams or whatever his name is, would that guy be considered an actor in a musical comedy, or is it because he's?
I mean, there's nothing that necessarily states in the rules that you can't be nominated for acting. If you're
because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that guy does in Better Man, but I just wanted to ask that question because I thought that was a little strange. Or would that consider a complete mocap performance and it doesn't count? You know what I mean? But
I would say probably for motion capture performance, I would say.
Yeah, but they don't have a category for motion capture performance. Yeah. And it makes it more harder. Like, well, how are you going to honor the motion capture people? So it's like,
that's why I was just thinking, would Robbie Williams be the guy that plays him? And I forget the guy that plays Robbie Williams in the movie. For the life of me, I forget the guy's name.
I thought Robbie Williams played himself.
It could have been. You could be right.
I think because if I remember correctly, they like Robbie Williams wanted to make a biopic about himself, and he played himself as a monkey or whatever.
Well, there you go. But, there you go. Would it be crazy if they nominated Robbie Williams for playing himself?
It is Robbie Williams. I just googled Robbie Williams playing himself. John L. Davis and the voice of young Robbie Williams.
Okay, there you go then. See, but no, that's so far out of left field. There's if that happens, that's the craziest thing ever, right? If the Golden Globes nominate Robbie Williams for playing himself
as a monkey,
as a monkey, I mean that would be wild, right?
That would be I think that might be that'd be like the craziest thing. It would be like trying to nominate one of the actors from Sasquatch Sunset or something for playing the Sasquatch.
That could get a nomination, Oscar nomination for makeup.
It could. Apparently Bleecker, who doesn't campaign, apparently they are campaigning that for makeup. They are. Yeah. They just sent out a whole like behind the scenes video on like how the makeup was done and all that such. So like they're trying to campaign the makeup the best they can. So it is really good. I'm not a huge fan of the movie, but I thought the makeup was definitely worthy. So,
but I think you guys kind of hit the nail on the head though, like Ryan Reynolds and I don't know who else. You also. I mean, this is such a like nobody really cares about this category, to be honest.
Yeah, not really, but one category that I can tell you that a bunch of people do care about is, let me scroll up here. It is motion picture drama. So we can do that one next and then go into the drama actors. And for motion picture drama, my sixth that I have is right now I have The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, and A Complete Unknown. I'm going those six to be safe, but I am telling you, I'm very tempted, and by the end of each of our turns, I might just decide to be ballsy and just take risks, because it's always fun to take risks on these kind of shows, and either replace Nickel Boys or A Complete Unknown with either Seed of the Sacred Fig or I'm Still Here. I think that like they could do something. The Globes, now that they're like a group of like 300 critics or something like that voting on this, they could do something kind of international and like different than what's expected from like the HFPA from back in the day. So I could see that, but right now I'm just going to go with this safe six and hope it pulls off. What about you, Ross?
You literally have my six. You know, Nickel Boys and Sing Sing seem to be rising too.
Oh yeah, the one I feel like and also I feel like A Complete Unknown is rising because like fucking Elle Fanning won at NBR. Like it is rising for sure. So it makes me actually worried that maybe if any of them, because AFI is never in like 10 for 10, if any of them fall off, I'm worried now it might be Dune Part 2. But we'll have to
speaking of Sing Sing though, man, Microsoft has had a bad year for their screw ups. First they had that Bond screw up, And then they literally, and then now they have the Sing Sing screw up where they accidentally released Sing Sing early on VOD.
I heard about that, but why aren't they releasing it on VOD? Come on, people. What is?
But the Bond thing, though, Dan,
it should be out now.
Dan, like what the Bond thing was, though, every single Bond movie in the set, $5, and they realized we screwed up.
Oh,
yeah,
I would have got that if I had.
I did. I bought it. I bought the $5. I bought it for $5, and I was like, yes, I get to watch. I started watching them and all that stuff, and then they apparently refunded me $5 and completely
took it out of your account.
Took it out of my account, and I was like, God dang it! I was so mad.
Man, that sucks.
Because it was a glitch. Yeah, I was like,
I'm going with the same 6 you guys got. I mean, the exact same 6. I mean, you guys, when I saw you, Wolfman, then I saw you. I'm like, we're going for the same 6. But if I had to pick one, if I had to take something out, and add something in, I would definitely want to put Nosferatu in there because I love it so much. But I actually feel like if anything, maybe Sing Sing would be the odd man out, and then you put Nosferatu in there instead of Sing Sing. That's just me, though. I mean, I think those 6 are pretty strong, though, Wolf.
I do think Nosferatu can sneak into another drama category, and I'll talk about it, even though I don't have it in my 6 for that category. I want to bring it up because I do think it can sneak into another Globes category.
And then, I'm gonna warn you guys too. I'm gonna rant about a category coming up because one of them just pissed me off so much, and every single award show is gonna piss me off about it.
Oh yeah, is it the box office achievement one?
No. It's a person inside a category. Because the person is worthy, just not in that category.
Oh yeah. I know what you're referring to. What are you, Brian? What's your 6?
Yeah, I agree with everyone else, but I could see a surprise. Maybe Gladiator shows it, or maybe Civil War.
If any voting body was to go with Civil War, I do feel it would be Globes. Yeah. I feel like I feel like it wouldn't get in anywhere else. I don't think anywhere else it would get in. But I do feel like if any of the voting bodies did go with Civil War, it would be like Globes or something. They would advocate for that.
There's always a surprise.
I can see that. Oh yeah, there's always a surprise. There's going to be something here where maybe we're going to go with these 6, but then maybe not all 6 of these make it in, and one of the surprises gets in there. We'll just have to see come Monday morning. But now moving on to actress drama, which is I forgot to write down. I mean, I write down actress drama. I wrote down everything else.
You go to Ross first, right?
For actress drama this time. So, so for actress drama, Ross, who do you have for that?
I've got Angelina Jolie for Maria is number 1, and then I gotta think now. I'm gonna go and throw a surprise, but I don't know if he'll qualify. I'm just since I forgot, it's been a busy day too. Angie Ellis Taylor for Origin, just throwing it out there.
Ineligible.
No, it's last year technically, yeah.
But yeah,
good pick though. Hey,
that would
phenomenal.
That movie was amazing, wasn't it?
So good.
So
yeah,
good.
I gotta look. I'll look right now. You guys can. I don't know when I figured it out. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You're good. But what about you?
I got okay. So I got Angelina Jolie is gonna win this. If anybody else wins this, I'll be shocked. But you gotta. I'm kind of glad because we're gonna get some people in here that I really am. Like Pamela Anderson has got a good shot at this. Nicole Kidman in Baby Girl, Saoirse Ronan in The Outrun, Marianne Jean-Baptiste in Hard Truth, and I know Wolfman's got Fernanda Torres probably in here. So I don't know if I did 6 already, but if I did 7, then I'm kicking out Fernanda Torres. But she's probably in there. Her and Marianne John Baptiste are probably in there.
Yeah, because like Fernanda Torres' mom should have an Oscar, but she doesn't do that.
Well, the one I think is not going to be. It's going to be either Nicole Kidman or Pamela Anderson won't be in there, but the others will all be in there.
Yeah.
I think okay, then Dana, I have yours, but I just don't see Pamela Anderson getting in. Yeah,
No, that's a good point. I mean, that's fine. It's basically the wrestler. It's like the female version of the wrestler, Ross.
Oh yeah, when I walked out of The Last Showgirl, like I wasn't a huge fan of the movie as a whole, but I did walk out saying what the wrestler did for Mickey Rourke, this did for Pamela Anderson. Like it was because she was phenomenal, but Mickey Rourke did get an Oscar nomination, so there's a difference. So it doesn't look like she's gonna be getting an Oscar nomination. So I don't think it's gonna quite play the same narrative because I feel if Demi Moore never was in The Substance this year, I honestly feel like Pamela Anderson would be an Oscar nominee because they always want to go with that career narrative and that like we love you kind of career performance, and right now they're doing that with Demi Moore. But if she wasn't there, I feel they would be doing that with Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, plus like they do like her because they nominated her before at the Golden Globes.
Demi Moore or Pamela Anderson?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
You were for though?
What?
Best actress in musical or comedy in Ghost.
Yeah, even though Ghost is like not a musical or comedy.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? What's your pick for?
Yeah, I thought when Ross mentioned about Shadari I thought she is ready for Pamela Anderson for Borat for a sec there. But yeah, for me, I agree. Angelina Jolie, Nicole Kidman. I have some surprises. I have Anna Kendrick, Woman of the Hour. That qualifies.
Yeah, that's
probably Kirsten Dunst could show up there.
Maybe.
Pamela Anderson, Tilda Swinton. Is it 5 or 6 about right now? 6. Okay. So those are who I have.
Nice. For me, I have my 6 is Angelina Jolie. It comes out on the 11th on Netflix. I'll definitely be checking it out on Netflix. I missed it in theaters, but I'm excited to see it whenever it actually drops on the service. Then I have Nicole Kidman for Baby Girl, which I am predicting is tomorrow's mystery movie. I don't know for sure, but I'm predicting it is. Hopefully.
I had a press screening tomorrow night of Inside the Fire, so I won't be there.
Oh, dang.
That's
the Fire Inside. Yeah, I what's funny is the Fire Inside I'm predicting as the 16th mystery movie, like the one that's happening on the 16th. So I
made the mistake last show, right? Remember I made the mistake with the Fire Inside last show? That was funny.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was just understandable.
Yeah, about Flaming Hot and Fire Inside. He got like confused the two titles.
The Fire, it's just hard. It's hard to remember
because the song too. The song from Flaming Hot was called The Fire Inside.
Yeah, Diane Warren. Yeah.
We know.
And then we have I have Saoirse Ronan in The Outrun, which I'm going to be seeing tonight or tomorrow. Finally, I rented it because it was like on a super sale. I never got around to seeing it, so I'm finally watching it. But I am putting her in here because I feel like Blitz is dead, but this is actually a one that could potentially happen. Then I have Marianne Jean Baptiste for Hard Truths at number 4, and then I've got Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here, and then Pamela Anderson for The Last Showgirl.
I knew you had Fernanda Torres.
Oh yeah. I'm going with I got to go with my girl Fernanda Torres, and I feel like that could like happen because of the conversations around her performance and how it's being compared to the girl from like Anatomy of a Fall last year. I'm blanking on her name, but she Sandra Hüller.
Sandra Hüller.
Yeah, it's like being compared to that level of like good, even though it's a lot more subtle. Like she doesn't really have a yelling scene in it. It's all, but she's got like crying scenes, but never like a yelling scene like Sandra Hüller has. But yeah, incredible performance. And also because her mom is also an Oscar nominated actress who is a popular legend among the industry, which is Fernanda Montenegro. So she was nominated for, what was it?
Station 17. And Mike, if you think you're mad now, watch the movie because she lost the Oscar to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Central Station. That was it. Yeah, Central Station. Yeah. Yeah, that was really dumb. So yeah, that's my 6. I'm confident in it, but I feel like, again, Tilda Swinton could sneak in, or Kate Winslet. The Hope Dick I would want. I don't know if they're campaigning this in drama or in comedy, but I would love it. I am going to scream like a little baby on Golden Globes morning if they read off Naomi Scott and Smile 2. I'm going to be like freaking out in such a good way because she is a tour de force in that movie. She's so good.
Yeah, same as Zach Sheldon. He's campaigning for the Emmys called to win, to be nominated.
Oh yeah.
Paramount's got a lot of fish in the ocean, though. I don't know if they would go for Smile 2 right now with all the stuff they got going on.
That's true. They got like a lot of different films, like September 5. They're trying to campaign, and Gladiator 2. So all that.
Yeah, Better Man. Yeah, they got so many.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Plus, they got animated movies they got going on with Transformers. It's just like, so they got a lot going on, a lot of irons in the fire. Paramount does. So I don't know if Smile 2 is something they want to push right now.
But I bet you Paramount was popping bottles when the HGA nominations came out, and they did read Naomi Scott for Best Actress, and they were like, whoa, okay, look at that.
You never know. You could be right though. That could be a surprise. That could be a surprise pick, and that could be that'd be something nobody saw coming until the HCA did it. So
yeah,
you could be right, Wolfie. So the supporting actress, you say?
Yeah, supporting actress next. And then I was
me.
Yeah, now it's your turn. So
yeah,
I would definitely go with. I've already explained it. We don't have to get into it anymore. Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez for Amelia Perez. What's her face from Wicked? Ariana Grande. Let's see here. I know maybe this ain't going to happen at any awards, but because it's only the one category, they split Best Actress and Best Actor into 2 categories, but they only do one. So maybe it's really kind of slim pickings, but I still would love to see it. Isabella Rossellini for Conclave. I want to see that so bad. You have no idea, guys. Also, I would say I like Monica Barbaro in Complete Unknown as Joan Baez. And then, I don't know. I'm trying to think here. How about what's her face? Michael Keaton's ex-wife in
Monica Bellucci.
Monica Bellucci. What a crazy pick that would be, right?
God. I'm going to be there face palming if that happens.
That would be awesome if Monica Bellucci could get in there for that character from Beetlejuice. I loved her so much. That moment is one of my favorite moments of the year.
Wasted character, in my opinion. I
agree.
Well, that's fine if you say so. I liked it, though. I like that character. I like that moment when she came together. That was one of my favorite moments of the whole movie season.
Entrance.
Yeah, like me and my friends, though, in the theater were whispering, and we go like, can you believe that she's 60?
Monica Bellucci is 60?
Yeah.
Let me look. Wow. Let me look. If not 60, darn close.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
She's hot.
Let me look.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yep. She's 60 on the dot.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's the same with Demi Moore. Demi Moore is like 60 years old, and it's like, God, she's still looking good.
Yeah. I don't know. Karen Shipka and The Last Showgirl, or Sophie Wilde, and Baby Girl. I don't know who else is out there. Wolf. I'm drawing a blank right now.
No, you're good. What about you, Brian? What are your?
Yeah, I have some of Dan's picks as well. I have Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez and Selena Gomez for Emilia Perez, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Daniel Deadwater for The Piano Lesson.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Yeah.
and Anjanou Alice Taylor. Forget one of mine. Anjanou Alice Taylor for Nickel Boys.
Yeah,
You can't making me remember, Brian.
and you're old then. Joking. But yeah, and also Natasha Lyonne for $50.
Oh yeah.
And Isabella Rossellini.
She's good in his $3, Brian.
Yeah.
I tend to gravitate more to Carrie Coon in that, but I understand why people like her.
Carrie Coon was just very bitchy in that movie.
That's why I liked her. I
understand why, but I was like, girl, you're kind of a bitch. Like, let her grieve in her own way. I loved Natasha Lyonne in it. Although Natasha Lyonne is one of those actresses, and this is not a bad thing. I'm not insulting her when I say this, because we love actors like this, like Jeff Goldblum and other ones, where everything I've seen her in, she basically plays herself. I don't think I've ever seen her play another character. She just kind of plays herself in everything.
There's only one movie where I've seen where he played somebody slightly different.
Which one?
But I'm a Cheerleader.
Oh.
But I'm a Cheerleader. Oh, Natasha Lyonne was in that?
She's the lead.
Oh god, that's Natasha Lyonne. Oh shit!
And I'm going to tell you something, Wolf. Somebody that I think has a narrative, 25-year narrative, that would be really interesting if they would go this way. Is Connie Nielsen, 25 years after she played that character in the original Gladiator, if she could come back and get nominated for playing the character, because she didn't get nominated in the first Gladiator. If she could somehow sneak into some of these categories, that'd be wild, right?
She already has actually one nomination for the second Gladiator. She was actually nominated for the AARP Awards.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Do not knock though. That is a good sign, Ross.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also the nomination could happen. Joan Chen for Dee Dee.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
good
Joan Chen for Dee Dee. That's one I wanted to throw out there. Another possibility is if they really go hard on the Complete Unknown, they could go with Elle Fanning or something.
Yeah.
And also one of the ones that I do want to. So I do want to say that I think here I'm going to mention my six, because I have her in my six just to be different. I want to kind of stand out. I'm going to have someone different that y'all haven't really talked about yet. I have most of the same ones that y'all have talked about though. I have Ariana Grande at number 1. I have her winning because I feel like she's going to sweep the season. I honestly feel like she's just going to take everything.
She could pull Divine J. Randolph
and then Zoe Saldana I have next, and then Daniel Deadweiler, Felicity Jones, Anjanou Ellis Taylor, and then at number 6, I think that if they could go hard enough for this movie, because I have it appearing in different categories, I have Margaret Qualley for The Substance.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah. She's good,
Yeah.
and she had a good year overall, though.
Yeah.
Margaret Qualley's had a really good year overall.
Yeah. But from she and at the end of last year, she was in Poor Things. Then this year she's in Drive Away Dolls, Kinds of Kindness.
She was in a World War II series on Hulu. She's had a hell of a year. She's one of the better parts of Kinds of Kindness, though. What a crap ass movie that is. Jesse Plemons, what a waste of a great actor.
Don't you talk badly about Kinds of Kindness. I like that movie.
Oh, that's garbage.
And Wolf, we could see in the Oscars 2 Charleston you grew up with, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, both Nickelodeon and the child actresses being nominated.
Sure. Yeah. Next we're gonna move on to supporting. Oh shoot! I totally forgot. Oh my god! I forgot how it goes.
You pulled
I pulled a Jordan. My bad. Ross, your turn.
Okay, I've got Daniel Deadweiler, Ariana Grande, Zoe Saldana, and then I got who was the girl from My History Daughters?
Natasha
Natasha
Leone.
Natasha Leone.
Natasha Leone, yeah. Let's see, and then I don't think Selena Gomez gets nominated, but I'd love to see the girl from Dee Dee just sneak in there. And I'm gonna go dance and Connie Nielsen. Watch out for Connie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mike. Real quick though about the supporting actress, you gotta tell them about like what we said on the stream last time that you didn't even mean to. That made it funnier. Remember?
Oh yeah, I was saying the reason I think Ariana Grande is gonna sweep this season is because of the character she's playing. Glinda is such, and I said like Glinda is such a popular character. I don't even mean to say the pun, like use it as the pun, and I was like,
oh God,
oh my God,
no, Dan.
They pointed me out. They
made it
pointed
funnier
me
though, Dan.
out,
Yeah,
like,
he didn't even mean to. He was being serious.
yeah,
everybody's making them puns. Everybody's been making them damn puns. It's gonna be going on for months. You're gonna be so sick of that pun. Trust me. In 4 months from now, you're like, please, could you please stop saying that?
Nah,
does it.
In general, I have a feeling I'm gonna start getting like I really like Wicked, but I'm worried I might get sick of it eventually if it sweeps everything. Like
Lewis
if it's one of those.
Saw it 6 times now.
Lewis saw it 6 times. Holy!
Today was the 6th time seeing it.
Oh my God! Someone's actually seen it more than Andrew Ross.
I've seen it 3 times.
How many times have you seen it?
He's seen it 3 times. He's not. Yeah, he's seen it 3 times. He's not seen it 6 yet. Wow, that's crazy. I've only seen it once, so I'm like way at the.
And I already bought the 4K, pre-ordered the 4K from Groove.
Oh,
I
nice.
heard it's going to Peacock in February or March, I believe.
Yeah, which does help for voting time. So.
Oh yeah.
For the Oscars. But yeah, moving on to supporting actor. It is Brian's turn. So yeah, who do you have for supporting actor?
Yeah, for my 6, I have Peter Culkin having winning the award. Number 2, Corey Beckler-Smith for Silent Night. Silent Night, he was standouts there. Denzel Washington for Gladiator 2. Have two of the Challenger guys, so I think maybe they would be supporting Josh Connor and Mike Feist. And a surprise, Chris Hedger for Furiosa.
Don't say that as a surprise, Brian. That I've been trying to freaking push that by osmosis any way I can. Lewis was so surprised last week, and I brought that up. I said, "Come on, please, we need." That would be like the greatest nomination ever because he so deserves it.
Yeah.
He's so deserves.
He's so good. I mean, Furiosa deserves so
more
much
love. More love.
In general. It's almost so many awards. Like, but it's
cinematography. If it doesn't get cinematography, it's a travesty.
Yeah, because
I like it more than Fury Road.
Unfortunately, we may be living in a society where it only gets costume and visual effects, and that's like maybe it.
Or zero. Like, we may live in a time where it gets 0 nominations. Wolf,
which would just be so sad.
Terrible.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would be terrible.
But that's good, Brian. Those are some good nominations.
Yeah, I like those. Mine are. I didn't want to play it safe, all right, because I knew there was going to be some surprises. So I took out. I had literally just the other day. I had Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown because I felt like that was going to be like a safe pick, and then I went and took him out.
Anymore. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean it's
not safe. It's a good pick.
Okay.
He's good in the movie.
He's good. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you play Johnny Cash or who is he?
No,
playing?
he played a guy by the name of Pete Seeger, and he has facial tics and he's got an accent and he plays music and he sings and he plays a guitar. That's actually probably the best performance I've seen from Edward Norton in years.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's not. It's no play. That's a good one. If you pick him, trust me, I think you got a legit shot at getting him in there.
Yeah, I am considering it, and I may do it like last minute on Monday because I always like to say like any last minute changes I'm making or whatever. So maybe I'll do that. But for now, and maybe I can be convinced because I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I can be convinced otherwise to make my 6 be him instead. But I have Clarence Macklin at number 1. Then I have Kieran Culkin, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Denzel Washington for Gladiator 2, and then Yura Borisov for Honora.
Yes.
I do think that that's going to happen here at the Globes. I think that I took Norton out for him because I think that Norton would get in at like SAG and will get in at like Critics' Choice and stuff like that, and that would help, and that can help propel him to an Oscar nom. But I feel like Yura Borisov is going to get stuff more like, you know, BAFTA or critic or Golden Globes, or it's more like your critic kind of picks that go for him. So I have Yura Borisov in there, and then Jeremy Strong is my number 6 for The Apprentice. Everything I'm hearing that he's like trying to campaign, trying to really work hard on the campaign trail, and people are saying it could pull off for this and maybe even the Oscars. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's my 6. What about you, Ross?
Okay, I got Guy Pearce, Kieran Culkin, which is the rant. He's not fucking supporting because, like, if you take Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and you nominated John Candy or Steve Martin in supporting, they're not supporting. They're co-leads. But yeah, Clarence Macklin, Yura Borisov, and then Peter Skarsgård. And my surprise too is going to be Adam Pearson.
That's a good one because Adam Pearson's been getting in a lot of places. That's a good one. That is they
But
could.
Dan, like, did you know this about Denzel Washington though, Dan? Guess how many BAFTA wins he has?
0.
Do you know how many nominations he has?
0.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
It's weird. It's a weird thing with black actors in general with the BAFTAs.
Well, yeah, BAFTA's been like accused of like racism.
Go down this whole rabbit
Yeah.
hole with BAFTA and black actors. So I don't even want to get into it right now.
No,
But I have exactly what Wolf has, but I'm going to switch out your Borisov for Kieran Karagulian instead because I like him better. Even though I don't like Kieran Culkin, I know he's going to get nominated. I think he's garbage in the movie. I think the movie's garbage. I know he's going to get nominated because people, for some reason, think he's good. I think it's stupid. The guy's a complete idiot and an annoying moron in the movie, and
he's the same character.
Yeah, in Succession. So why the fuck why should I care about him in this movie if he's playing the same character? He's not changing anything about who he is. He's the characters he's playing or nothing. So to me, it's garbage. But I know everybody seems to be liking it, so I got to go on along when it comes to predictions. But one I will not go along with is Yura Borisov. I'm going to go with Kieran Karagulian from Honora instead because I think he's the one who deserves these kinds of things, and he's a better actor, and he's giving a better performance in that movie than Yura Borisov. I think people are just like, oh, he's the guy that gets left on the altar at the end of the movie. Who gives a crap?
Bro, that acting, like the way they're looking at each other and the actual like expressions they give each other at the very end of the movie.
Life isn't happy, Wolf.
It's like
life isn't all about happiness and rainbows all the time. Sometimes dudes get left by women. Women don't like men. Well, hey, I don't like you. You're not the guy with the money. Hey, get lost. I'm going to go find another sugar daddy or whatever. It happens. It happens.
But hey, Karen Gulian was fantastic.
Awesome.
I'm not denying that. He was fantastic. Even though I liked Yura Borisov slightly better. Karen Gulian was amazing. I love just how he never, like, he may have been a mob boss later, but he never was like actually evil or anything. Like you felt like he was actually, like, he felt genuinely sorry for all the things he was like, I am so sorry. You have no idea how much this like hurts me or whatever. He's like,
remember, Mike, he's not. They're not mafia. They're not mafia.
Yeah,
they're Russian. They're Russian. The Russians. He was in like 3 or 4 other of Baker's movies. If you go back and see him in some Tangerine and some of these other ones, he is fantastic. And this would be his opportunity. This is the guy who deserves an opportunity like this, who awards opportunity. That's why I'm rooting for Baker to win the best screenplay award, because I think the guy's he's done the quality of work for years. Give him his consolation prize of original screenplay. That's
at least with Baker though, like, he's got 4 shots of winning because he's got picture, director, screenplay, and editing.
Yeah,
So
but he's
he's
only gonna
either
get.
winning
He's
that or
only gonna win one. He's not
Yeah,
gonna win
but also-
anything except for original screenplay. Mark it
Yeah,
down.
wait though. Is casting this year or next year?
What?
Is casting
it's 2026 is when they're adding
okay?
casting.
Because if it was this year, he would literally have 5 chances.
Yeah, because he also did the.
It also says if you watch the
casting for
credits, it
him.
says casting by Sean Baker.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
What's
Nora.
cast? What was casting by? Oh, casting director.
casting
Oh, yeah,
director
yeah,
or
yeah.
something too.
2026, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So like if he's saying if the
Casting.
casting category would have been like
I
this
got you.
this year, that like he would have had 5 chances to win.
Yeah,
So,
they wouldn't have given it to him. They would have given it to a longtime casting director. Trust
Yeah,
me.
you're right.
Hey,
yeah.
they gonna give it to Sean
Do you
Baker.
think that maybe Jonathan Bailey could get it for Wicked? Or supporting actor?
I mean, that's if they like go hard for Wicked, maybe, but like
Yeah.
I feel like Jonathan Bailey though isn't getting the same talk as Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande are.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
really go hard for it, though, Bailey's not going to get in. Goldblum will get in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Goldblum.
yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, the guy that's getting shafted in all of this is Willem Dafoe because he's had an incredible year. He's in like 3 movies where he plays supporting roles. And Beetlejuice, he's great. He's fantastic in Nosferatu. Even though I don't like the movie from what's his face, Yorgos Lanthimos.
Kinds of kindness.
He's good in that. The guy, he's incredible.
He's great in that film.
Willem Dafoe is having an amazing year. Of course, the guy can't sniff an Oscar. This guy.
So dumb. That's what I forgot to mention. So earlier, I blinked on it, but when we were doing actress drama, I wanted to throw out there and
Lily Rose Depp.
that Lily Rose Depp. I feel like that would be the best chance for Nosferatu at the Globes is possibly Lily Rose Depp as like the one single nom, because from what I'm hearing, her performance is like a year best like performance of like career best, definitely for her kind of.
And Nicholas Hoult is another supporting actor who's done great work in 3 different films. Guy nobody's even talking about him in Nosferatu or The Order. He's amazing in The Order.
And Juror number 2.
Juror number 2, I heard he was fantastic in that. I mean, sometimes you just like where the tea leaves go is weird, you know. It's just like how certain people like Willem Dafoe and Nicholas Hoult get left off. You're like, what do these guys got to do to get nominations? You know, it's funny.
Even Steve Buscemi too. He's one of the ones that always just gives great work.
Yeah, and he's never been nominated for an Oscar, which is
Should have probably won an Oscar for 1997 for Fargo. But
probably. Yeah.
And also, just as part of the nomination, Nicholas Brown for Saturday Night Live, Jim Henson and Andy Kaufman. Maybe.
Yeah, that's more of a spoof than a actual performance. I think. But you're right. That was a good pick by Corey Michael Hall, whatever that guy.
Yeah, that
I
was.
loved him as Chevy Chase. I loved him.
I agree.
I agree. So has everyone had their turn?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna now move on to, speaking of, it's a good segue. You talked about Sean Baker winning screenplay. Let's tackle the screenplay category and then see which one, which 6 that we have. So it's my turn. Yeah, it's my turn. So I'm gonna have Sean Baker in here for Nora. I'm also gonna have A Real Pain, Sing Sing, The Brutalist, Conclave, and The Substance, because The Substance won screenplay at Cannes and it's been getting in screenplay a few other places. So that's my 6. What 6 do you have for screenplay, Ross?
Okay, Conclave.
Yeah.
The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
Anora.
Yeah.
Sing Sing. And then watch out though, I actually could see Inside Out 2 getting in.
Yeah, I mean the first one did, so we'll see. What
I
are
got
you?
the same ones as you, Wolf, except I would say get rid of The Substance and put Dune 2 in there.
See, I feel like with Dune 2 though, I like this. They're not doing a adapted and original categories separately. I feel like with the Oscars, the way that they do it, like I have Dune Part 2 definitely an
No.
adapted
I switched. Never mind. Switch that out. My bad. The Nickel Boys.
Nickel Boys. Okay.
That's what
I could, yeah, that's more, that seems more like a little,
I apologize.
sort of a screenplay kind of thing.
I
Yeah.
had it on the back of my mind, and I just, for some reason, I said Dune 2. I meant to say the Nickel Boys.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Dan? Nickel Boys yet?
Yeah, I have. Oh man, it's so good.
I
And
wanna
it's
see it.
it's some of the best cinematography that nobody, like, people aren't even talking about. The cinematography and the camera work is like what makes the movie, but it's not for everybody. I'll tell you that, Ross. You're gonna have to see this multiple times, or you have to really think about what you watched.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I love those kind of movies, but you gotta, now that you've seen them both, you gotta answer this: which one should win cinematography, Nosferatu or Nickel Boys?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I actually have Dune 2 winning cinematography with Maria at number 2.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
When you see Maria, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Oh, cool. I'm excited for that. Well,
And I like Conclave. I like Conclave cinematography.
yeah.
So
Oh
sorry. I'm sorry.
Conclave. Conclave has some great cinematography as well. Like the shot with the umbrellas. Yeah,
those are my
really
5, though. The 2 you mentioned and the 3 I meant. That's my 5 right now. Prediction cinematography.
What are you, Brian? What's your 6 for screenplay?
Yeah, speaking of Maria, I see yourself on certified. Oh wait, talk about the movie Maria. Okay then. Yeah. For me, mine I have Real Pain. Inside Out 2. Saturday Night could be a surprise screenplay nomination. Challengers, Hitman, and maybe Dune Part 2.
Yeah, that's a good thing you mentioned there with Challengers and Hitman.
Yeah.
Richard Linklater. They love Richard Linklater. They could be like a career kind of thing for him. Is this
he got robbed in 2014. You're telling me that Inarritu deserved to win 3 Oscars and Richard Linklater couldn't get one, but the one Oscar that doesn't go to Birdman is Michael Keaton? Come on, it's some crazy. Somebody was drinking some of the freaking crazy juice or something that year. Linklater deserved an Oscar for
Director,
baby boy Boyhood. Yeah.
I mean, I was in the Birdman camp that year. It was my favorite movie of the year, but
I was too.
But how does Birdman win 3 those Oscars and Michael Keaton doesn't win?
But
that was stupid.
But that line though, in like Boyhood, I actually live by today, and it's true. You know how people always say we always have to seize the moment. I don't believe that. The moment seizes us. Beautiful line.
Beautiful line. So good. One that I don't think it's gonna happen, but man, I would absolutely love it if Dee Dee got nominated for screenplay. That would be such a that would be such a strong choice because I love that script so much. Next up, we can move on to best director. So, what do you have for best director, Ross?
Okay, I've got Sean Baker.
I've
got James Mangold.
Oh, good pick. Yeah.
Brady Corbett. I've also got John M. Chu.
Oh yeah.
And then let's see. And then I've got got to look up the guy's name right now. The director of Amelia Perez. What's his name?
Jacques Audiard.
Yeah, Jacques Audiard.
And then I've also got as the 6. I am gonna go with Denis Villeneuve.
Oh, nice. What?
All right. So I think you missed one, Ross, because I got Denis Villeneuve. All right. I got Edward Berger. I got Robert Eggers. I got Sean Baker. Unfortunately, I don't want to say Brady Corbett, but I will say Brady Corbett. I don't really want to say him, but I will say him, unfortunately, because I'm not the biggest fan of The Brutalist. And And then I want to write another director who I think has really done a great job over the last few years, especially with his Tormented Woman trilogy, and that is Pablo Larraín.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Pablo Larraín. Like, see, I've been seeing people.
I know people.
I've been watching some early Golden Globes predictions to get ready for this, and I've been seeing people putting Room Next Door like in almost everything drama category. Like they were putting it in, like they were putting it in, they were putting it in like Best Picture Drama. They were putting it like having like Pablo Larraín in there, having all this, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna perform as well as some of these predictions are making it out to be. I honestly think some people even have it in like best score, other stuff like that at the Globes because and such, but I feel like I feel like it could only get director, and then that'd be like a lone nom at the Globes or something. But like but they rarely do like lone noms in director. That's usually ties into picture and such. But
Almodovar is dropping off. I don't see him getting any kind of a nom. I don't see Room Next Door getting into anything, especially with people saying his kind of directing doesn't translate to an English language film.
Yeah, I've been hearing actually pretty mixed things about
me too.
Store, so
but I love Almodovar. I think my favorite film he ever did was Talk to Her.
No, when he's doing Spanish language films, his movies are fantastic. This is an English language film, and it was saying that the dialogue is clunky, the delivery of the dialogue is clunky by the actors. So I mean, it's not a good. It's not a good. Stick to what you know, Almodovar. But Pablo Larraín's Tormented Women trilogy, I think he hammers home the final chapter in this trilogy, and Angelina Jolie and the cinematography are incredible. So that's why I think you got to maybe think about him as a possible director nomination.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about you, Brian?
I have John M. Chu for Wicked, Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2. Luke Guadagnino could be a surprise nomination for Challengers because I could see that. I have Ridley Scott for Gladiator 2. Jesse Eisenberg for Wheel of Pain.
Come on now, Brian.
And a surprise nomination, Jason Reitman for Saturday Night.
Come on now, Brian. Come on. Be realistic. You know they ain't getting in. They ain't getting in.
Did he say Sean Baker for Nora?
Nope. I haven't seen Nora, so.
Yeah, but you're predicting to win. You're not predicting on what you've seen. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll put Sean Baker then.
All right.
Because the Nora's one of the best movies. It's not the best movie of the year for me. So
yeah,
it's a good movie.
It's fantastic. I am.
I might watch it again after.
It was my number one of the year until I watched How to Make Millions for Grandma Dies.
Don't worry. I'm not spoiling anything. During the argument scenes, me and my friends are like, "What are we watching? The Jersey Shore?"
Yeah. So my 6 for director. Talking about one that I think y'all missed out on, and I this is me hope dicting again, but I think I'm right with this hope dict. I'm hoping I'm right. So I got Brady Corbett for The Brutalist. I got Sean Baker for Nora. Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez. Edward Berger for Conclave. Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys. That's one I wanted to throw out there because he's been getting in a few places. And another one I wanted to throw in there is Coralie Farge for The Substance. Just because like lately the Globes, ever since they've changed, they've been trying to nominate more like women and trying to be more like they nominated the director of Anatomy of the Fall last year. They were trying to they're like doing a lot more women now in Best Director. So I feel if any woman stands a chance to be nominated this whole award season, it's Coralie Farge.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
No doubt. That movie is a directing feat. When like that movie is so well directed. So That's why I think that she could get in there. Notice I do have someone missing. To snub things, there's going to be, in Best Director particularly, there's going to be a director that we're going to be like, what? How do you not nominate that? And we're going to be like screaming at our TV. And that's Denis Villeneuve for me. I think he's going to miss at the Globes. I just don't have him in.
He's French.
I would be awful.
You think they'd go for a French Canadian guy like Brian over here?
Yeah.
One of Brian's countrymen.
Yeah.
How long? You can't say that very often, can you, Brian? Your own countryman. You got to root for Denis Villeneuve, don't you, Brian?
People don't talk about people don't say countrymen that much here, so
you're good. Yeah. Hey, you're a good Canadian boy, Brian. We want to root for a Canadian boy.
Yeah.
And speaking of French Canadian, that's a good segue to talk about picture non-English. So talk about the international feature category. So what do you have for international, Dan?
Well, some of these I really don't want to say, but Amelia Perez, I mean, oh God, it's just a telenovela is all it is.
Yeah.
It's just really not. And then the cinematography is not good. I'll be honest. The acting is good. The acting is good.
Are awful. Like they're so
the songs aren't good. I don't really want to say Amelia Perez, but it seemed like you gotta. It's obvious you gotta say Amelia Perez. But I will say I'm Still Here, Seed of the Sacred Fig, the Girl with the Needle, and I'm gonna go with Kneecap. I got one more?
I think you said Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Seed of the Sacred Fig, Kneecap, and Girl with the Needle. Yeah, you have one more.
I got one more. Flow. I'm gonna go with Flow.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
Sneak an animated film in there.
Oh yeah.
Probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen, but you never know.
You never know. Flow's been picking up steam massively. It won animated feature at like MBR and at the New York Film Critics Circle. Yep. It got nominated for international feature at the Independent Spirit Awards. So it's been picking up a lot of steam. Like Wild Robot may be in a dangerous position now.
I know it's like crazy because I didn't see this coming. Yeah. I thought Wild Robot was just going to run away with it.
Yeah, and now it's one of the things where it could wind up being another Boy and the Heron this year. Where
I don't like the Boy and the Heron. I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah,
I didn't like the Boy and the Heron very much.
Yeah, Flow's definitely better. But
was like if I just looked it up in the Golden Globes, besides Amelia Perez does not have a makeup award, I would actually nominate Amelia Perez for makeup.
Yeah. Because people don't realize this, but Carlos Sofia Gascon played the dude at the end. That's her playing that dude.
Which
you're like, how the hell is that her? That's her. She's actually in makeup playing him, and then she goes back into her normal way she normally looks. That's the makeup, and that's the performance because she's doing two kind of deals. So I thought that was a different person. I'll be honest. I'm being serious. I thought it was a different actor.
So did I.
Yeah.
So that's how good that is.
That is that is really, really good. But makeup is also a strong category this year.
God.
Like it's a very strong category this year, surprisingly, because you have like a different man. You have Sasquatch Sunset, Beetlejuice. Yeah, Nosferatu. Like, yeah, there's a lot of really good ones. The good ones in makeup this year. So, what do you have for international feature?
Yeah, I'm not a big international film fan, but I'm just going to do the Awards Expert app for what they think. For me, I'll go with Amelia Perez. I'm Still Here. The Sea of Sacred Fig. All we imagine as like Kneecap, and maybe Dee they might do some weird thing with that.
But yeah, because they do that often at the Globes where they like nominate Past Lives, even though most of Past Lives is in American, and then
Or
they
Minari.
or Minari, even though a lot of Minari is in English language as well, but just because it has some of their and was made in America, but just because they have the foreign language, language, and then they're like, oh, well, then we're going to nominate for that. So,
have you seen? I have a real question. Brian, have you seen Universal Language yet?
No, I haven't actually.
That's a Canadian film.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's their submission. That's Canada's submission for international feature.
Which
Quebec or what part of Canada?
Canada proper. It's Canada.
Proper. Okay.
Yeah, Canada's proper international feature contender. That's their nominee is Universal Language. That's why I asked if you had seen it or not, because
I'll pull up my list then.
But I almost considered putting Universal Language in here because I felt like that would be a Globesy kind of pick. But I don't know. I just feel like the steam for it is not enough. I was really relying. I know Independent Spirit Awards have no way on what gets nominated at the Globes, but I was just saying like, all right, this is the chance for Universal Language to pick up steam by getting an Independent Spirit Award nom, and then it didn't get it. So I was like, I just feel like Universal Language is not going to be that strong. So my picks for non-English language film is Amelia Perez, See the Sacred Fig, which I finally saw and was fantastic. Such a good movie. That lasts like 20 minutes is crazy. That's crazy. That's anxiety inducing. Then I'm Still Here, which is also awesome. And then All We Imagine Is Light I have in there because India, they fucked up again.
Yes,
because like with RRR, they would have been nominated and maybe even won international feature that year. And now it's like they had a chance to be nominated and be a strong contender in international feature again. And now they're not even going to get nominated for international feature. And it's just like, I don't know who's submitting films over there, but they're doing a terrible job.
Well, they have a lot of good movies. France has got a lot of good movies. Spain has got a lot of good movies. England's got a lot of good movies. So it's hard. It's hard.
But at least they're nominating like the ones that they know have a chance. Like that's what they should do. But like some of those.
Yeah. What would you have done though? What would you have done though, Wolf, if France nominated the Count of Monte Cristo instead of Amelia Perez? What would you have done?
I would have cheered because Amelia Perez is not good.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So
I think the Count of Monte Cristo probably deserved it better than Amelia Perez, but Amelia Perez is getting all the buzz, so that's why they nominated it. They did the exact opposite of what India would do. Now, India's nominated what they feel like is the best movie for themselves, and maybe there's something about All We Imagine Is Light that they didn't like. I'm not saying it's not a bad movie. I'm just saying you don't know what's going into the voting process over in the country.
That's very true. But rounding out my list, I have The Girl with a Needle in there, and then I have Flow in my final spot. So I don't have Kneecap, and the only reason I don't have Kneecap in there, it's like a number 7. I almost considered it, but like I feel like that film came out so long ago, and I'm worried that like it just might be forgotten around this time. Like that's just mainly like it came out over the summer or something.
I just feel like there's a big actor he could go around selling the movie for the filmmakers and stuff, and Sony Pictures Classics. And if they get him on board with like going to like talk shows and stuff and saying, hey, this, and then talking about them, maybe even getting the actual guys to come on like talk shows and sing, that would be kind of a way for them to campaign it in a way, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be great. Imagine
Kneecap goes on Jimmy Fallon and all these guys.
Right? Imagine like it gets nominated for international at the Oscars, and like the way the Oscars opens up is with a performance from Kneecap.
That'd be wild. That'd be freaking wild.
That would be insane. Yeah, so that's my picks. What about you, Ross?
I've got that one though. I looked up in like Vertimilio or something like that. Is that a
Vermiglio, Italy.
fantastic
Oh,
movie.
good job, Ross. Good job.
Yes,
Fantastic
and then my
movie.
second one is Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm just joking. Don't worry. I know that's not international. And then also, like I've got Flo, and then I've got like Amelia Perez. All We See Is Light, and then Dahomey, and the last one is the most controversial movie of the year, and that is No Land.
No Other Land's at the documentary, but Dahomey is both in documentary and in foreign language. You could get away with Dahomey, Ross. You can't get away with.
Well, at the Globes.
No, there's no documentary.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why. So yeah.
Oh, so you want to put a documentary, two documentaries in your
all
right, if you say so.
Because I think that movie is the most controversial movie of the year, though.
But it's also
doesn't have distribution. That's the problem that has.
But it's also
it's going around to a lot of critics are getting it. So
it's stupid. Like they need to freaking.
Well, someone's got to buy it.
Yeah, someone's got to buy it.
Them to get to be the producers of it.
But because that would be crazy to win the Oscar and not have a distributor. Like that's just that'd be
it's insane. Too controversial. I think Wolf, it's too controversial. That's the reason why people are staying away from it. That's why
I do think now it is. I think it is a lock for the 5 in the Oscars, though.
Yeah.
Just because like it won IDA, it won IDA, and that was like the big selling point. And that's one of those, and it's one of those things where controversy sells. People are just going to hear about it, and they're like going to be like, "Oh, okay, well, let's nominate it then." Like this sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah. That was a ballsy pick though, Ross. 2 documentaries.
Yeah.
Non-English.
Yeah. That's a good one, but some other ones, that I feel another one I feel could get in there is I really wanted to, and I like the Vermilio pick because Vermilio is one that is also that could definitely slide in there and surprise it. It got into Gotham's. It's it won the Silver Lion at Venice. So like there's a lot of stuff with that, and I saw it and I thought it was fantastic. And so but then also I could see, let me just say, I know I'm not trying to be biased because it's my favorite movie of the year, but How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies is like the ultimate, like you're bringing tissues and you're going to be crying kind of movie.
I reached out for the producers to get a screener. I couldn't get a screener.
And so I'm like, if it gets that kind of emotional impact on them, I could see that sneaking into that category too. But yeah, so for our next one, we will do picture animated. So this now goes to Brian. What do you have?
Well, the perfect category for me to start with.
I know, right? Because I started off with screenplay, and that's my favorite category, and then you start off with animated. So like this works. So, yeah.
For me, this is a stock category. Like with all the Grammy movies this year, I have Inside Out 2. I have Moana 2. Also Gromit, because I love the stop motion. Flow. And what people don't talk about it, or Why in the Dark from Netflix. People don't talk about it. It's a Grammy movie.
What's it called?
Orion
in the Dark. It came out very early.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw Orion in the Dark a year ago.
Yeah, and that's 6, right? I have or
5.
I think 5.
Okay, the wrong robot.
All right, that's 6.
Yeah. So for me, my animated pictures that I have, so I am going back and forth. I'm probably gonna put in Moana 2 because they nominated Wish last year. Someone reminded me of that. Like they nominated Wish in an animated feature, but it's like, but Wish still was like one of those ones I was very mixed Disney film.
Yeah, the songs are catchy to me. I was going away remembering the songs. I was singing the songs and stuff. I wasn't singing the songs after Moana 2. I forgot the songs as soon as I walked out of the theater. But
I'm still going to be bold, and I'm not going to put Moana 2 in there. I'm going to go with a different kind of 6 here. I'm going to go The Wild Robot for Universal. I have most of the same ones that he mentioned. Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail is one I'm throwing in there. Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and then Flow. But then the one I'm adding is one I saw on Amazon Prime. I thought this film was overrated. It's not a 4.4 average on Letterboxd, guys. Come on, don't be ridiculous. But I see the love and the talk and the fact it is one of the highest rated movies on Letterboxd tells you like it's a pretty big deal. It's from MGM and they campaign a lot and they do really good. It's an anime film called Look Back. And that is one that I'm putting on there at the 6. I think that, anime, it's very, I know it's obscure, but like they like to nominate. What was that one? They did like the weird, they've done some weird, Globes have done some weird anime films in there before where they'll just throw
Your Name.
But yeah, Your Name.
Good
few other ones in
Weathering
there,
with
so.
You.
Yeah. So
those are great films.
Stuff like that. So yeah, I that's why I'm going to go with Look Back as my number 6.
I'm gonna
have the shocker too. I'm gonna have a shocker though. Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of shocker. I'm gonna have Moana 2, Inside Out 2, The Wild Robot, Flow, Transformers 1,
yes,
and then War the Rohirrim as a surprise.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that's the movie I thought Wolf was going on there because he's being a Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah.
I want to, but I'm so scared about that movie. And here's why, because we have only gotten one goddamn trailer. And it is a Lord of the Rings movie. Like, are you kidding me? And this movie comes out this weekend. And you released one trailer like in August or something like that. And you haven't released a trailer since. Like, it really scares me that they're like trying to hide this movie. It feels. I don't know. I have you seen it, Dan?
No, I'm seeing it on Thursday.
Okay.
Seeing it this coming Thursday. I'm going to
you
be
guys
like the regular people and go see it because there's no screenings of it.
That's another reason to be scared now. They don't have any press screenings.
Warner Brothers is not giving it to me. They usually give it to me 2 or 3 days early. Their movies. They didn't give it to me this time. But yeah, I'm going to go the exact 5 that Wolfman has, except I'm going to get rid of the Prime, whatever the hell it is, and I'm going to go with Ross. I'm going to go Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. I'm going to go with those 6. But I am very skeptical. I'm thinking possibly Transformers 1 could get in there. You did a good pick there with Transformers 1, Ross, because that would be my number 7 right now.
He also did a good pick with War of the Rohirrim only because it is technically anime.
Yes.
So if they still wanted to go with that anime route of that style of animation,
but it's also if it's screened for people, and if it's not screened for me, I'm wondering if it's screened for those guys. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering maybe that's why that's where Transformers 1 could slip in there.
Yeah, especially because
it's 6 in animation too. Is it 6 in animation?
It's 6 in all the categories.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay.
And that's a good point that you bring up. That maybe it didn't screen, but I will say that Transformers 1, it's on Paramount Plus, so people now can like see it and it's more accessible. So
you don't have to worry about IP with the Globes. They'll nominate 2 or 3 or 4 IP things. The Oscars are the ones you got to worry about with multiple IP.
Yeah,
they see an IP. They don't want to do multiple IP. That's why I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got jobbed last year, because that should have been in there. That pissed me off.
I agree.
God.
Also, speaking of the Lord of the Rings situation, 4 days ago on YouTube, they released an extended sneak preview of the movie.
What?
For Lord of the Rings, they posted 8-minute extended preview on the YouTube channel for Warner Brothers.
Okay, so anybody that wants to see that can go on there and look at that.
Yeah.
I'll have to definitely check that out after this. I need to ask y'all, do y'all want to do the cinematic and box office achievement category?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I don't know.
We know. Okay, I don't even have to do. Look, it's going to be Inside Out. It's going to be Wolverine and Deadpool. It's going to be Wicked. It's going to be Gladiator. It's going to be Inside Out. Inside The Wild Robot. Those are going to be the ones.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice,
Right?
Beetlejuice.
Maybe
Uh,
Beetlejuice.
Maybe Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice,
Is Gladiator
maybe
flop this year?
Twister, something like
Is it
that.
a flop? Was Gladiator flop?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Do you know how
Because
much it cost to make?
it was made on because guess what? The budget, and this was not including marketing, was $312 million.
Oh wow!
And
And
those monkeys.
yeah,
It hasn't made it back. It hasn't made its money back.
I mean, I haven't checked the overall box office, but opening weekend on a $312 million budget, you make $60 million on a $312 million budget, and it's your opening weekend. That's usually not a good sign. So
as of right now, box office budget for Gladiator 2 domestic $133,907,000.
Yeah,
that's domestic. So it needs to make way more than that to get around the world to get its money back, right?
Well, worldwide it's 238 right now.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Yeah.
Won't be seeing Gladiator 3 at this stage.
Yeah, and that's why I honestly think that Gladiator 2 is done in terms of awards. The only awards I think it actually has a chance at is text and supporting actor, and that's all I think it's really got a chance at now because of just how badly it bombed. So yeah, in that case we'll skip over the stupid category they added, and we'll go straight to original song. So original.
This is a tough one for me.
Original song.
This is tough for me. What is it? Your turn, Wolf?
Yeah, it's my turn. This is very tough, honestly.
I have ideas. We have to talk about this tomorrow on Real Consideration, Wolf. And good thing you had Malcolm and me on that one episode because I have an idea of it. I just still think it's pretty tough though, because it's just not a lot of great, memorable songs this year. There just isn't, man.
There's only 2 really good songs that I love from this year in movies, but everything else is just not. And I'm gonna quote you right now because you've been saying I hate to say this, but number 1 is gonna be that's you've been saying with Brady Corbin and all this stuff. I hate to say this. I really do not understand how much I absolutely hate to say that El Mal is my number 1 for Emilia Perez. Which was that song, blah 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 blah. It was such a bad fuck. That song was terrible.
What is it, El Camino?
God damn, that song was bad.
El Camino, or I like the other song better.
Yeah, Mi Camino.
Yeah, that one's better, I thought.
Yeah, that one. I also have that one getting in. I have both Emilia Perez songs just because I feel like they're going to go hard for Emilia Perez, and this is going to be something that they do. They'll nominate 2 songs, but I think El Mal is going to win because it's Zoe Saldana singing it in her crowd room, and the Emilia Perez, and it's the big choreography dance number, and it's the longest song in there. But it's it was such a terrible song that if that wins, if that sweeps original song and wins all the awards and wins the Oscar for original song, that will be the worst best original song winner in the history of the Oscars.
They got 6 in this category too, Wolf?
Yeah, 6 in this category.
Wow, there's got to be. There's definitely some other ones that are better than this.
It's got to be. Yeah. But the other ones I want to throw in there is Kiss the Sky from Wild Robot, which I actually do really like a lot. That's a song I love. And then Like a Bird from Sing Sing, which
there
is...
you go. See, you named some good ones.
Yeah. And then, of course, me and Dan's one that we're rooting for the most I have in there, which is Harper and Will Go West.
Yes.
Yes.
Would this win some awards? Please.
Yes. Gosh. And then one that I have it in original song for the Globes. I don't have it in original song for anywhere else. I feel like this is a Globesy thing to do. Is Piece by Piece from the movie.
See, the other song in Piece by Piece is the better song to me. There's 2 songs, the title song Piece by Piece, but there's a second song to me. The other song is a better song, but what do I know?
Yeah. But they're going with this one because it's the title song, and it's just I don't know. It's weird. They're trying to push this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I had Beyond in there, but I can't hum you a single word from it. I'm sorry, I took Beyond out from Moana 2 because like it's
none of them songs are
bad.
memorable to me at all.
No,
For me,
I don't care what
not at all.
anybody says. I walked out of that theater and I could not remember a single word from any of them songs.
Me neither. It's just
Not like the first time.
terrible songs.
You're welcome.
But see, like this is such a weird category because like they could do something like "Ain't No Love in Oklahoma" from Twisters,
that's one of my picks.
My pick. I have that in there. Yeah,
like,
with Ross.
Yeah, they could do "Forbidden Road" from Better Man. You know, they could do stuff like that. So they could do like it's such a weird category this year. So we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah. So what are your picks then, Ross?
Okay, I got the 2 Amelia Perez songs, right? Will and Harper, Piece by Piece. And then, wait, let's see. Okay, Amelia Perez, Piece by Piece, Will and Harper. Okay, and I got the Oklahoma one. And the last one. Watch this become an Oscar nominee. It's called The Journey. It's from the 6AAA. Because do you know who writes it? Diane Warren.
You know that. Yeah, we all know Diane Warren's getting in the Oscar.
Now, here's the thing, though. I agree. It's a lock for the Oscar because it's Diane Warren. That's the only reason to say it's a lock. But I have to look at the history. I like Diane Warren is weird with other awards, where it's like she gets in every single time at the Oscars. Yeah. But then like sometimes she'll miss these other awards, and it's like kind of strange. Yeah. So yeah. So
I don't have 2 Amelia Perez songs in there. I only got the one. I like El Camino or El Camino, whatever it's called. I like that one better. And I have the opposite of the Piece by Piece. I have the other, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it is right now, so I forget for Piece by Piece. But the one that's not titled after the movie, definitely got the Wild Robot song. I got the Oklahoma song. I want that Oklahoma song in there so bad. Will and Harper Go West, please. This would be the great Oscar winner. But I mean that The Journey. What Ross said is Diane Warren. But I thought I can't remember what it was. If it was at the end of The Last Showgirl, Wolfman. But there was
the Miley Cyrus song. Yeah,
that's it. Miley Cyrus does a song at the end of The Last Showgirl, which I really liked a lot.
Called Beautiful That Way. Yeah, that was another one that I actually really liked a lot. And I feel like that could also play. I feel like if
Get her
The Last Showgirl gets anything like at the Oscars, I feel like you could see a Best Original Song pick just because like they might want to have Miley Cyrus, this huge star, there on stage performing and singing. So yeah.
Yep. So that's what I got for song.
Yeah. And then what are you, Brian?
For me, my number one is Harper Will Go West. I really do love that song. Hoping it gets nominated. I had Claw Machine from I Saw TV Glow. I Saw the TV Glow. That song.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, I got Can I Get a Chi-Hu from Moana 2. That's the song I recognize it more. DreamWorks, I also have Never Too Late for the Elton John documentary. The song, his original song.
Never Too Late for who?
Never Too Late by Elton John and I believe.
I didn't see that doc. I haven't seen that doc yet.
I saw that people were talking about compress and repress for challengers.
Yeah, it's like what plays in the credits. It's like it's weird because it's like it's sort of like dubstep. It's like kind of the score, but it's also kind of not the score. It's like it's just like it's like compress, repress, and it's like doing this music or something like that. It's like kind of right, yeah.
And my last was probably safe for Mufasa Like because then Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, you don't know what the songs are because I haven't heard any of them yet. I'm seeing that on the 16th.
I mean, there's a song I Always Wanted Brother that was recently released as a clip for the movie.
Oh, okay, I have to go listen. See, I don't like to get spoiled on this stuff before I see the movie. because
Yeah,
I want to have the full immersive experience when I'm watching.
Yeah.
You know,
and the thing is like also with like Mufasa, it's like has it screened for them yet? That's another thing too.
Yeah,
I'm
So,
seeing it the
it's
16th.
I don't know if it's screened for them or not. But that's another one that could be in the cinematic box office achievement because like they have to kind of predict if it's going to do well because in that
exactly.
case because it's like
Yeah.
but,
Also, with the Globes, things slip through the cracks with them because they haven't seen it yet.
yeah.
So
Yes.
I could see that Mufasa song slipping through the
Yeah.
cracks because
Yeah.
same thing. Triple H. I mean, unless they got screeners already for it. I haven't gotten screener for it yet from Netflix. Usually, I get my screeners a week or two before they come out.
Yeah. But yeah, those are some good picks. And then the final category that we will be discussing is original score. So I do want to preface this that even though Dune Part 2 is ineligible at the Oscars, the Golden Globes don't have that rule. They don't have.
We already talked about this, and they switched it and they made it.
But Oscars confirmed it though.
Oh, Oscars did confirm it is eligible.
It's not eligible.
Okay.
I thought.
No, they went back on their original decision once they showed them the differences in the score from the first movie to the second movie, and how each character's got their own like various music and stuff like that. That's I was talking about that with JD and Lewis Wolf. Now look, you guys look it up yourself. Don't believe me if you don't.
Let me
believe
double check it because I saw.
I believe if they went back on the original decision, now it is eligible. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. But original score. What do you have for it, Ross?
Okay, I've got Dune Part 2, of course. Challengers, Conclave, The Brutalist, and then I keep like an Inside Out, and then let's see what else had a great score this year, and then Blitz.
Yeah, it is Hans Zimmer.
Because it is Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
You gonna get two Hans Zimmers in there, Ross?
Yeah.
All right.
Which when Dune Part 2 they initially did say it was ineligible, I was like, I came out Blitz and I was like, oh fuck me, are they gonna do a Fablemans and nominate Hans Zimmer for like his most forgettable score to date? Like, goddamn. I was like,
I'm actually here for Dune Part 2. It did not be eligible for the Oscars, but still eligible for CCA, BAFTA, and Golden Globe for Dune.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So Dune is eligible for the Globes.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm.
But I got Ross. I got the exact same thing Ross has got, but I'm going to throw in Nosferatu in there as well.
I haven't heard that score yet, though.
Oh god.
I assume the score is.
It's a haunting score, guys. It's really a good score.
Oh damn! On the side, I've heard the Brutalist score. I know you're not a fan of the Brutalist, but that score, at least, it sounds really good from what I've heard.
There's a lot of the technical aspects of the movie that are good. It's just I don't like the story.
Yeah,
I like the acting. I like the technical acumen of it. That's cinematography. You know, the costumes, the score. It's just the story. I don't like the story. I just feel like it's unpatriotic to America. And why would I want to root for a movie that is basically slapping America in the face?
Yeah, I can feel that.
My opinion.
What then? What do you have for score, Brian?
Yeah, for me, I have Inside Out 2. I have Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, Conclave, Challengers, The Royal Robot, and maybe could John Baptiste Saturday Night.
Yeah.
Good out of the box pick there.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. Yep.
Yeah, that could possibly do it because they play some of the original Saturday Night Live music as well. So some people might be like, "Hey, that's like I recognize that music," and they might clear on it. So for me, I'm gonna go with Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, Conclave, challengers, and then my God, I don't want to say this, but every single award show confuses music and songs from musicals with the actual score, because I cannot tell you or hum you a single bar of the Amelia Perez score at all. But I have that getting in because I think that they're gonna ride that film way too hard, and I think it's gonna still get in there, and it's gonna be a very stupid pick. And then I have the Wild Robot as my final one for it, but
It's a good one.
I could see Saturday Night in there.
Yeah.
I could see maybe they'll do that same thing I mentioned, but with Wicked instead. Maybe they're like, oh, we like the music of Wicked, so let's nominate it for score, even though it's like the score is just literally the same exact music from the Broadway show. It's like, it's not anything much different. So, and then maybe Gladiator 2, because they're like, hey, we like the Gladiator, we like the original Gladiator music. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of other options here, so that's why I'm kind of going with those 6. But yeah, the Saturday Night Live could surprise. Maybe it'll be its other nomination. It's Gabriel LaBelle and score. So
Exactly.
that could happen.
Year.
Yeah,
Weak year.
definitely a weak year for score.
And
Most
song.
and song. Yeah, for
And then
both of them.
supporting actress is kind of getting weak. It's weaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's definitely is weak as well. So yeah, that is every single category at the Golden Globes that we just were able to predict for you guys. We'll come back here early on Monday morning and do an
What time is it?
actual
8:30? What time is it Monday morning?
I think so. I think it's like, I don't know if they've set up the actual live stream yet or not, but I think it's
Or is
gonna
it
be
5:30? Or is it 5:30?
8:30. It would be, well, if it is, it might be 5:30 on the Pacific coast.
Because it was Pacific time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tap out of that because 5:30 on the East Coast is 2:30 my time.
It's
8:30.
yeah.
Oh, it's 5:30 in the morning for you, Ross.
8:15
Yeah.
Eastern is when they're going to announce it.
So it means
okay.
it's 5:15 west.
Pacific.
Well,
And-
for you, Ross. Those guys are sitting in a room where it's pitch black, dark out, waiting for these nominations.
Yep.
Have they said who's which announcing them? Like which people?
I know it's good. They're going to be announced on CBS, but I haven't heard. But I don't know. Like, I hope I can find a way, because I cut the cord, so I'll have to see if they're going to do an actual YouTube announcement, because that's kind of how they've been doing it for years. And I
Or
would love,
or Instagram, one of
or
the other.
Instagram, or if you're gonna do it on CBS, like do it on Paramount Plus at the same time or something.
Oh, it is
Well, they have a
right,
talk
actually.
show. They have a talk show, and they have a morning talk show. So they probably would just put it on the morning talk. That's what the other ones, ABC, when they do the other ones, they always do it on a morning talk show. So
That's
Actually,
true. Yeah.
it is going to be announced on the YouTube account as well for CBS.
Oh, on the CBS YouTube account. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'll have to look at the CBS YouTube account to see if they have it set up already or not. But
Yep, it's already out there.
yeah, it is. I see it. Yeah, Golden Globes. Live in 32 hours at 8:15 p.m. And yeah, Mindy Kaling and Morris Chestnut will be.
so that's Monday morning on CBS YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah, CBS's YouTube channel at 8:15 in the morning. So I will be up that early to be able to react to it for you guys, and we'll see which one. We'll come back here Wednesday. We'll see which ones were the most right, and on Wednesday we have a special guest joining us, because Jonathan Caro will be coming on the show for the first time, because he's a big awards fan, and he loves like these kind of movies. So he wanted to come on for the Golden Globes discussion. So we're gonna have him on Wednesday, as well as Brian back. So that'll be a fun episode. And then Tristan will actually be joining us on that episode. He abandoned us for Interstellar, and so
I mean, he did.
And I think
this
there's
for
an
Hans
awards
Zimmer.
tomorrow night too, Wolf. I forget which awards is tomorrow night at 9:00.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I know also Critics' Choice is coming up as well. Like they're
Somebody's
announcements.
putting
They
their
announced the TV nominations first for Critics' Choice. I know that for sure.
Yeah, they announced the TV nominations, and then Critics' Choice has is doing. I think they're doing their actual. Yeah, they're doing it. Theirs on the 12th, as far as movie predict. Like
Yeah, and plus, like, you know,
nominations.
okay, you can, like, critic choice can like help you predict the Oscars, but there's only one category that it can't, and that's Best Director.
Yeah, they're because it's got 10 people in Best Director. So
Is Asterisk giving out their awards tomorrow night? Somebody's giving out their awards tomorrow night.
I'll have
I
to.
forget who.
Yeah,
That's why we're going. That's why our real consideration is going earlier, because of we want to be able to watch that live. But,
yeah, that'd be because I know it's not the Indie Spirits because that's not till February.
No,
Those
no.
just announced, but yeah, I'll have to see which ones they are for tomorrow. But yeah, whichever award show it is, we'll definitely be talking about it because there's a lot of award shows happening right now. The show's going to be on consistently every week for you guys, and you might get bonus episodes like this as well too. So definitely be on the lookout for all of that and more. Other than Awards Roundtable, where can the people find you, Dan?
Oh, you can always find me at right there, FromTheFourthRow.com, where I'm the owner, editor-in-chief, and head film critic of FromTheFourthRow.com. I got multiple writers. I got my guy Kyle, who does a awards column. I got my buddy Nick and Brian, both write for me consistently. So if there's any movie you're looking for a review for, you can find it on FromTheFourthRow.com. Also, I'm over at the Movie Hero Network. I'm in the process of, with a bunch of guys, ranking the best TV shows of all time, and we're going to get down to the greatest of all time eventually. So that's a bit of fun tier ranker we've been doing. I'm on Movie Fights sometimes. Coming up, we're getting closer and closer to my 128 in January.
Terror Fights, not Movie Fights. Movie Fights and Screen Junkies. Terror Fights. Yeah, because you said Movie Fights.
Tournament fights. My bad.
Yeah.
Tournament fights. All right, Brian. Jesus. Yeah, tournament fights in January. My 128 should be in there, and I got so I'm over there on Movie Hero Network a lot, doing a lot of stuff with them. They're good guys over there, except for Brian. Don't listen to him. No, I'm joking, Brian. I'm joking. I'm over here. I'm over with the Dill Pickle Network sometimes on Picture This. I've been on there 5 times, where they reevaluate the Academy Awards. Those guys are amazing. They just did, I think, 62 or something, which is a big year for the Academy.
Yeah, it is.
With like Kill a Mockingbird, Lawrence of Arabia, some heavy hitters in 62, I believe. That was a really good episode. Also, I'm over at Chasing Labels, which is a physical media channel. My buddies Brian and my buddies Steven and Andrew. It's all about physical media over there. Chasing Labels. They do it every 2 weeks. Plus, they have the one unwatched pile, which I've been on there a few times. Also, I'm coming back in the new year with Bleacher Features. I just got to once I get a few episodes in the can, it'll just be starting to roll out regularly. But I'm going to be getting a bunch of the list of guests are lining up here pretty soon for pretty good here for Bleacher Feature episodes. And I'm going to look to get some celebrity directors and actors for that series as well, hopefully. But we'll see how that goes. But my name, Dan Skip Allen, or some variation, DP Skip Allen, or From the Fourth Row on Facebook, Twitter, X/X, Blue Sky, Threads, Letterboxd, all those places.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check out his reviews. Great stuff he does there, and all of his other shows like Real Consideration and other stuff like that are really fantastic.
Oh, that's right. Real Consideration. My awards podcast, this is like secondary with my buddy Lewis. We do it every week. We're going to go all the way up until the week after the Academy Awards. So you could see us, and we have various guests every week. And Wolf has been on there a couple times, and he'll be back on again eventually. So just keep an eye out for Real Consideration every Sunday.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be on there again soon. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. And Dan will definitely be on here. I decided to make him kind of a regular when he can, when it fits his schedule, to be able to come on here and talk awards with us. So it'll be seeing him a lot more on here too. So that should be fun. And then what about you, Brian? Where can people find you?
Yeah, first off, thanks for having me on the show today. It was a good time. I'll be
Yeah.
back here Wednesday. We'll talk about the Globe nominations. Yeah, you can find me doing shit in both spaces. Multiplex, Lights on Trivia, Pierce Co. Tomorrow night, the free for all seeing her, me, Wolf, and Ross will be there. Got the number there, number 13. I'll be there for turn fights on Tuesday, I believe, for holiday movies. And coming up, me and Wolf per year, 1997 Ladder Series coming up in a few weeks. And sometimes I'm on Take 3 Productions doing Ranker, and sometimes on The Pickle doing drafts.
Yeah. I'm also we're going to be in the Seen and Heard free for all tomorrow. We got 4 people from Mega Movies on there, so that'll be interesting. 4 people representing the channel, so no pressure, guys. All right, just throwing that out there.
I mean, Ross has a good number though, because he has a
he's got 35, so Ross is like a good chance of actually winning the thing. So, because nobody else does. So, even myself included. So, because I'm going up against Robert Meyer Burnett, I'm screwed.
Oh boy.
So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be on there on Sunday, and then on Monday night, I'm going to be back on the Movie Hero Network doing a recast of Die Hard for the holiday season. So they're as part of their recast show that they do. So I'll be on there, and I'm going to do a theme of all 80s actors since it's the 80s movie. So that should be
you're going to do with actors you grew up with.
A lot of fun. That would be funny. I'll do that for a movie I actually grew up with.
Yeah.
One day, if they do that, I'll be like, hey, let's do it. I'll do one of the actors I grew up with. So, but then I'm also obviously doing a lot more award roundtable throughout this award season, and then also starting up very soon. It's just things have been hectic. We haven't gotten around to filming it yet. We're starting up a series this December. It's going to be a debate show called "Is It a Christmas Movie?" where we will be taking Christmas adjacent movies. So we're going to be doing the first episode is going to be Die Hard. Then we're going to be doing Little Women from 1994. We're going to be doing like While You Were Sleeping at one point. So that's like very Hook, like other stuff like that. We're going to be, and we're going to Batman Returns. We're going to be like arguing on if they're a Christmas movie or not, that kind of stuff. So that should be a lot of fun and come to a conclusion of at the end of and tell you guys if it is a Christmas movie and or not. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And then of course we're getting ready for the year-end lists that we all do. The best of list, the worst of list, most anticipated list, all coming out soon. So be on the lookout for that. And then Austin and I, we're doing Black Christmas 2019, the awful one that we're doing for our monthly mistake this month. So y'all can also be on the lookout for that and much, much more. So make sure you like this video, subscribe, share, get the word out there, do everything you can. We will see you all next time. I've been Wolfman. That's been Ross, Brian, Dan. See you all later. Until next time, stay classy, my friends, and keep on watching those movies.